Welcome back to Solo Marvel Champion, where today I've got another gameplay video for you. As always, check the description for more YouTube creators making videos for Marvel Champions. And if you like what you saw here today, please consider a like, sub, and comment to help the channel grow. With that out of the way, let's get to the table. So the main reason I'm playing Expert Rhino using DragnCards today is I just ran out of time. I was supposed to pick up the Trickster Takeover scenario last weekend, and I wasn't able to get there. Now it's Wednesday, and I have a video that I've scheduled for tomorrow morning, the 21st. I say scheduled. I scheduled that on paper. It is not uploaded yet because I'm recording it as we speak. So Rhino, I've talked about in the past, is super straightforward. So he is the one I'm using today, and it should be a quick game with DragnCards. So we'll start by loading my deck. Shift tab for preferences for expert and update. And then load Rhino. Let's flip this. Now on my opening turn, I'd love to see Mockingbird in my hand. Mockingbird's going to help me clear Breakin' and Taken. It's also going to stun Rhino. So let's see what I get. Reinforcements, which I don't necessarily need early. Nick, who is fantastic. Shield Director is fantastic. All points bulletin is better later. On the double, don't have any shield supports yet. And Mockingbird. So I do get her. I feel like I'm going to mulligan this, and this. Try to pick up at least one double. Got the hard call, Nick Sr., and a taunt, which may come in handy early. 1, 2, because I've got to play Mockingbird. 1, 2, 3. I've got to play. Maybe I just take the attack first. So I'm going to go ahead and flip up, and I'm going to play Nick for a taunt. I'm always going to take the first attack, so that's fine. So I'm taunting, the villain attacks, I draw 3 cards. It's 3, 4, 5, that's typical. But I get to draw 3 cards. Oh boy, that did not help my decisions. So I'm going to use these. Yeah, I'm going to use both of those. For Mockingbird, she's going to get me that stun, and then the 2 of us will get rid of that. Now, I don't want to get rid of Sky Destroyer or Nick, and I don't need Shield Director at the moment because it's not going to be useful. So let's draw and ready. And 1 threat goes on the main. He cannot attack because he's stunned. And I get 1 encounter card. Crowd control, not a problem. And now I've just got problems with what I want to do. Like, Mockingbird will block the next attack. And I've got really good cards, but I feel like I do 2 for the Shield Director, which again isn't useful yet. And 1, either one of these is tough to lose, Nick or Sky Destroyer. I'm going to lose Nick and get him on the next deck pass and get my support staff. And just draw and ready. I got Sky Destroyer still. A double and Pericles, so that double could come in handy. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have to flip down to play Pericles, but it would be a completely safe flip down on the double and a command team. So 2 goes on. He's attacking, and Mockingbird blocks. The attack is 3, only 4. She's gone. 1 encounter card, which is a false alarm. I'm confused. I think that's fine. And if I go down, I can play... Oh, actually, I won't need to go down to play Pericles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then I lose Sky Destroyer. Sometimes you got to do it. So, I'm going to pay... Let's start with my support staff. That's 1, 2, 3, because of Power of Protection. 4, 5, 6 for the Pericles. It only has 2 counters. But I can move 1 from here to here using her ability. Move 1 all-purpose counter from shield support to another shield support. Let's go ahead and stun him. And I am going to clear my Confuse. So let's draw. And now I get a double. That double would have been even better. Ready. 1 goes on the main. He cannot attack. And I get 1 encounter card, which is Master Plan. Master Plan, there are no side schemes, so we're going to discard until we get a side scheme. Side schemes aren't terrible in Rhino. I might get... Well, no, I wouldn't. There's only 1 left in here, I believe, because Breaking and Taken is already gone. Crowd Control is gone. So it should be Bomb Scare. Now, when revealed, it has an additional threat. Makes me want to play Professor X, which is also a good reason to flip down. So, I've got Special Funding, which is kind of wasted. Professor X, Grant... I just want to hold on to that Perseverance because I can get a tough on the way back up. So I'm going to thwart 2 here. We're going to do Special Funding and Grant for Professor X. Professor X will confuse and remove these 3. It gives me a flip down. And that's all I'm going to do this turn. So let's draw and ready. 1 goes on the main. He's confused, so he can't scheme. And I get 1 encounter card. And advance. It's 1, 2, 3. Professor X is gone. I do have some fun choices here. Let's use Shield Director to put a counter back on support staff so I don't lose it. I'm going to recover 3 and flip up. When I flip up, I'm going to use my support staff to play Perseverance. Perseverance is going to give me a tough after I flip up. Then I'm going to do Strength. And all points Bulletin for Black Widow. And I think I'm going to use Command Team for Field Agent. It's 3 counters. I am going to move 1 counter to the support staff. Even things out here. She's going to thwart 2. And then when she would take consequential damage... I'm going to prevent that with Field Agent. Then I'm going to use Pericles, stun Rhino, and give Black Widow a tough. Let's draw and ready. 1 goes on the main. He cannot attack, and if he does, both of my characters have tough. He's going to attack. And because it's easier to give Black Widow a tough, I'm going to let her block. So it is 3, 4, 5. Knocks off her tough. And I'm good to see Shadow of the Past go. Glad to see Shadow of the Past go. So I'm going to use Special Funding to play Command Team. Command Team is going to come in with 3 counters plus 1 because of Special Funding. I'm going to thwart 2. I'm going to use Command Team to ready Black Widow. My tough is interesting here as well. She's going to thwart the rest of that. And I should have done this first. I'm going to lose my field agent. I should have used Shield Director first, but I use field agent to prevent her consequential damage. Shield Director is going to add 1 to Pericles, and then let's move 1 from here to Pericles. And I think before I give him a stun, since I'm tough, I'm going to use Tackle to taunt. He's going to attack me for 3, and only 3. That knocks off my tough. And I draw 3 cards. There's another field agent. And I think what I do here is use Power of and Tackle for a government liaison, because I can exhaust that and play a shield card, reducing its cost by 1, get my other field agent out. I'll move this over here, and then we will Pericles to stun and give her a tough. Maria Hill is a bully. She's not letting Rhino play. Draw and ready. 1 goes on the main. He's stunned so he can't attack, and I get 1 encounter card. Ooh, press conference is my obligation. So at the end of this turn, I'm going to need to be able to exhaust. That won't be a problem. Let's thwart this off, which knocks off her tough. Then let's Shield Director another counter on Command Team, then use that counter to ready Black Widow. I do want to put 1 damage on him, and then use Field Agent to prevent her damage. I'm going to pay 2 for the Life Model Decoy. Perseverance I'm going to save, and let's use Pericles to confuse and give Black Widow a tough. I'm going to flip down and exhaust my identity to discard Press Conference. This is going to, reinforcements is going to pay for reinforcements. Choose any number of shield supports with a combined printed cost of 6 or less. Place 1 on each. So I'm going to place 1 on Command Team, 1 on Field Agent, and 1 on Support Staff. Then I'm going to draw and ready. 1 goes on the main. He cannot scheme. I have 2 encounter cards. I'm tough. He gets a tough. And that's a guard who is mostly inconsequential. I think that's fine. Especially with Grant now and a Command Team. I wish I had 1 more Command Team out, though. So, we will start by finding a Command Team. And that's just her ability. Exhaust her, search your deck for a shield support, add it to your hand. So I found a Command Team. Let's do shield support. Let's flip up to hero. Flip up to hero and do government liaison and shield support for a Command Team. That'll have 3 counters. Then we are going to Shield Director a counter onto the Pericles. I'm just doing some math here. Oh, and when I flipped up, that's one of the reasons I was going to do that. I'm going to use this field agent to perseverance to get a tough. Okay. Now I will play Grant and attack this guard for 2. I'm going to ready Grant and attack this guard for 2. Then I'm going to ready Grant and knock his tough off. And he's gone. Don't have to worry about him being a traitor. She is going to remove this threat, knocking her own tough off, and then Pericles will stun and give Black Widow a tough. Then I'm going to go ahead and move a counter from Field Agent to Pericles. On the double, says ready any number of shield supports costing 6 or less. So we are going to ready 2, 4, 5. Maybe not one of these command teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still don't think I can get Nick Sr. down. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm still one short of getting Nick Sr. down. But I think that's fine. Let's draw. Now I'll get Nick Fury down, not Nick Sr. 1 goes on the main. He cannot attack me, and I get 1 encounter card. Explosion will surge into a gang up. That gang up is fine because I've got a tough, and that will go before. Oh no, actually, Life Model Decoy will go first. The timing on this one, I'm used to timing saying when you would take damage. This is when an enemy attacks. Discard this, prevent all damage. So it's 3, 4, and all of that is prevented. That's fantastic. Now I'm trying to see if I can get Helicarrier down 2. 2, 3 for Helicarrier, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I lose Bellerophon again, but I think that's fine. So we'll do 2, 3 for Helicarrier. Oh, I think I still did my math wrong. No, I just used Bellerophon. Next card costs 1 less. Play a shield card, reducing its cost by 1, so it's 2 less. 3, 4 for Nick Fury. Now, let's Shield Director, another counter on Pericles before I forget. I'm going to thwart these. He is going to attack for 2 and put a counter on Field Agent. When he would take consequential damage, I will prevent it. I'm going to ready him and use Pericles to stun Rhino and give Nick a tough. Then Nick attacks for 2 more and puts a counter on this command team. That knocks off his tough. And actually, instead of putting a counter on that command team, let's put it on support staff. Then we're done. Draw and ready. Free stun with Mockingbird or a free confuse with Professor X sounds awful nice. Although Government Liaison will help me pay for Mockingbird. 2 goes on. He's attacking, but he's stunned. I get 1 encounter card, which is my least favorite card. Freaking hate this card. Exhaust and Surge. You know what? I should have used Black Widow there, but that's fine. Into an advance. This one, I will pay a mental and exhaust Black Widow to cancel. But then I get another one. And that one is a false alarm. I'm confused. That's totally fine. So we will do, let's put a shield. Let's use that to put a counter on this command team. Oh, taunt is interesting here too, though. And I'll be able to get that back. So yeah, we're going to do this. Next card costs 1 less. Government Liaison. Play a card. We'll use Professor X. Play Mockingbird. There's my stun. Nick removes these 2 threat and adds a counter to this field agent who exhausts to prevent his consequential damage. Then I'm going to, I think I'm going to, on the double, ready shields with a combined cost of 6. We're going to do 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's use one of those to taunt. He's going to attack me, but he can't because he's stunned, and I draw 3 cards. Okay, that's what I wanted, but let's move a counter from here to here so I don't lose it. And do 1, 2 for an all points bulletin. All points bulletin for each shield support you control. Remove a threat from a scheme or deal a damage. Well, I have shield directors, not 1, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll deal 7 damage to Rhino. If I had 1 more resource, I could do that again, but that's fine. She's going to attack for 1, and Pericles is going to do Pericles things, stunning Rhino and giving a tough to Nick. Draw and ready. There's Iliad, which I can't pay for, but I'll have a tackle, which can finish him and deal some damage. Although, I'm going to do that in Alter Ego. Yeah, I'm going to do that in Alter Ego. 2 goes on. He can't attack, and I get 1 encounter card, which is a charge. That's a good reason to flip down also. But with all these toughs, I don't even care about that charge. So I'm going to clear my Confuse. Nick is going to clear that threat, and that knocks off his tough. And I'll flip down. She is going to deal 1. She is going to deal 1 and knock off her tough. Now he's defeated. He comes back with a tough. Sometimes when I flip to Rhino 3, it adds that tough. Sometimes it doesn't. So I'll go ahead and add it, and it says stun each hero. Well, I'm not a hero. That's why I flip down. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4. I couldn't do this anyway. I am going to hold on to all points bulletin. I think I've just got good mojo going with Pericles, so I'm going to get rid of 2 of those. So my hand is all points bulletin, power of an Iliad. We'll draw and ready. And we are getting pretty close to the end game here. Once I can play Iliad and keep him stunned, this is going to be crazy. Oh, I think I messed up. I didn't Pericles before I drew and readied. I think it'll be okay. 2 goes on. He's scheming for 1, 2. I get 1 encounter card, which is another charge, which, again, I don't care about. I'm going to let it hit me because I've got a tough. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can pay for Iliad, but that loses me all points bulletin. So I think I'm better doing it in hero form. I'm going to flip up. Let's shield director a thing on support staff. We'll do helicarrier reduced by 1. Government liaison, play for 1 less. So that's 2 reduction, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the Iliad. which has 3 counters. Now, Mockingbird is going to knock his tough off and go away herself, so that Iliad can deal 5 damage. I'm going to thwart 2. Nick is going to thwart 2 and put a counter on Field Agent. And then use that Field Agent to prevent his damage. Then, let's see. Yeah, let's just go ahead and Pericles. Stun him. Put a tough on Nick. Then I'll do 1, 2 for all points bulletin. Again, all points bulletin for each shield support you control, deal a damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is game. Let's ready Nick. Have him attack for 2, knocking off his tough. And Black Widow attacks for 1, finishing off Rhino. So that's my Maria Hill Pericles deck. I call it Schoolyard Bully. It basically tackles Rhino, taunts him, doesn't let him do anything. So that one went a little longer than I liked, but it was still fun. Let me know what you think of the deck. It is down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a marvelous day.